Hey, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to check out what integrated care might be able to do for you and your loved ones. I'm wondering if you've ever had the following thought. I'm doing my best to care for my aging parent, so why do I feel so sick, tired, and guilty? If so, my questions to you are as follows. Do you want to preserve and improve your relationship with your aging parent, your spouse, your children, and your siblings? Would you like to regain your mental and physical health? Do you need to provide your elderly parent with more and better care than you could afford to do on your own? Want to spend this most precious remaining time with mom or dad doing things you both enjoy rather than yelling at them to finish those vegetables or get into the bathtub? So, why haven't you taken the steps to recapture your once vibrant life? Come on, admit it. You feel guilty for even thinking of putting mom or dad in an assisted living facility. You feel like people are already judging the quality of care you provide, and placing them in a facility would condemn you to ultimate failure as a daughter or son. Does that about sum it up? When you watch this video to the end, you're going to discover exactly how to regain your mental and physical health, enhance and preserve your family relationships, and recapture lost quality time to be spent with the people you love, doing the things you love to do while providing the best and highest quality of care possible to your aging parent. My name is Phil Saucedo, and along with our exceptionally caring and compassionate staff, we operate integrated care communities, assisted living, and memory care residences. Nearly 20 years ago, my partner and mentor, Dr. Carl Rowe, founded this company of caring individuals specifically to serve the residents of inland Southern California so they can remain in their own community at a high-quality, beautiful residence with all of their needs taken care of at a price that delivered exceptional value. And that's just what we've done year after year. We are a multi-year winner of the Best of the Inland Empire Award, as well as a multi-year winner of the Senior Advisor Best of Senior Living Award. We currently have a Google verified review score of 4.7 out of a possible 5, and we have numerous testimonials, letters, cards, and handwritten thank you notes for the exceptional service we provided during what is, at best, a very difficult time for any family, the placement of an aging relative in someone else's care. But none of that really matters, does it? We're getting down to very serious business when we talk about placing a beloved parent in an assisted living or memory care facility, right? I'd like to introduce you to a wonderfully caring and courageous woman who came to see me recently. She agreed to share her story in the hope that it might provide some measure of comfort to those folks looking to place a loved one in an assisted living or memory care residence. We'll call her Esther to protect her privacy. When Esther came to me, she was in absolute tears due to her failing health and her stated inability to please the elderly mother she was caring for, or her opinionated siblings, or her neglected husband and teenage children. I'll let Esther take it from here.
I had been in and out of urgent care for the better part of a year with severe stomach pain and dizzy spells that prevented me from driving. I had recently taken over care of my mother when it became obvious she could no longer live alone. Her once tidy home had been turned upside down when she had moved all the items from her bedroom into the living room so she could lie on the couch and watch television day and night. She had stopped bathing on her own over a year back, and she would only consume processed foods she could eat without preparation, Doritos, chocolate, muffins, and the like. Worst of all, the cockroaches had begun to take over the area where she would throw her used food wrappers. When we tried to send in help to cook, clean, or bathe her, she would yell at them and tell them to get out. I've got plenty of kids to help me. Whenever I had a day off or a long weekend, I would get over to Mom's house to prepare some meals, clean her home, bathe her, and try to get her out of the house for some exercise. The only problem was that she wanted to go out to lunch or spend some time with me and the kids at the mall doing a little sightseeing or people watching, but there was no time for that. And it would always break my heart to leave her behind in her temporarily clean home as lonely as before I came. You see, at the time I was running a small gadget repair business with my husband, raising my teenage children and preparing to move to a new home. Neither I nor my siblings had considered what we would do once Mom could no longer care for herself. Then the bottom fell out from under us when Mom was diagnosed with early-stage cancer, Thank God we caught it in time, and the level of care I had to provide her intensified by what seemed like a factor of 100. That meant I certainly couldn't spend any more time in my business. My kids' hobbies and activities had to be set aside indefinitely, and my relationship with my husband became non-existent. I'm not sure how much longer he would have put up with the situation as it was. To make matters worse, it seemed like my siblings criticized everything I did, and my mom often complained to them that I had yelled at her or forced her to turn off the TV or made her eat something she didn't like. To be honest, I'd probably be upset at me too if I had heard the tales my mom was telling about me, but you have to understand I was just trying to make sure mom was clean, nourished, and getting a little exercise. Easier said than done. Our constant bickering over what mom would and wouldn't do was really beginning to strain our mother-daughter relationship to the breaking point, as I was now forced to be the proverbial bad cop and disciplinarian, and rarely just a daughter, her daughter. At one point, my siblings and I stopped talking to each other altogether after a particularly heated argument about mom's care, when I said, if you think you can do it better, then you can take her. Needless to say, I felt horrible afterwards, especially since mom overheard me. She made the best of it by telling me, at least you kids were fighting over me. Of course, not one of my siblings ever offered to care for mom. They only offered criticism. That was okay by me, as I didn't think any of them could care for mom like I could. As you can imagine, the strain from the physical act of caregiving was beginning to break my body down, and the stress from battling with my mom and siblings was beginning to cause intense stomach pain and dizzy spells. I was nearing my breaking point. The problem I had was I didn't know how to salvage the quickly failing personal relationships around me while still providing the kind of care I knew mom deserved. And that's when I knew I had to make a change, or all might be lost for both mom and me. First, I tried sharing responsibility for mom's care with family, but they were only willing to take mom on an extremely limited basis, and mom was being bounced around from one house to another. That didn't work at all. I've already talked about how I tried caring for mom all by myself, but that just led to one burnout disaster after another. I even tried hiring an outside caregiver, and it worked a little better, but it turned out to be extremely expensive. And it was hard for me to know how best to utilize the caregiver's time with mom and measure results, if any. And that's when, one night, when I was bleary-eyed from lack of sleep, I found integrated care communities, assisted living, and memory care residences online. By the soft light of my computer screen, I listened to some of the real-life stories and read some of the testimonials, both on their website and across the web, and realized that Dr. Rowe and his team might be able to help lift me out of the pit of despair I'd fallen into. The next day, I immediately arranged for mom and me to meet with Luce, the care coordinator. We spent over an hour discussing everything that had led up to my visit, including the family arguments, the cancer diagnosis, my failing health, and my fractured home life. Luce asked all the right questions, but mostly just listened. She arranged to have one of the nurses provide a head-to-toe checkup and assessment of mom's health. They immediately made note of a slightly lower body temperature as well as some skin discoloration on her right ankle. Luce asked about her medications and what kinds of activities she liked to do. She introduced mom to a few potential friends and offered to make calls to my siblings on my behalf to discuss the reality of mom's care needs and how the integrated care team would meet those needs. Honestly, the care at Integrated was first class, but what I appreciated most was how they carried out my directives to the letter and always acted as my benevolent agent with both physicians and family. I'm not sure what I would have done if the integrated care team hadn't stepped in to help mediate some of the disagreements we had about mom's care. That's when I realized I wouldn't be made to feel guilty any longer. I had given up almost everything to care for mom, and neither one of us was the better for it. I had believed I was failing because of the intense judgment I received from people standing on the sidelines who had no skin in the game. For years, I was criticized for the care I was providing to mom, and heaven forbid if I even thought about putting her in an assisted living facility. It took me reaching my breaking point before I figured out that none of it was true. I was finally able to break free of their chains of judgment and get the results both mom and I deserved. The real problem were the people who stood in judgment from the sidelines, where I did all the heavy lifting. They were the ones keeping me from discovering how to improve and preserve the relationship I had with mom, my husband, and my children, while simultaneously providing mom with the best care possible. allowing us to once again simply be mother and daughter. Once I realized I could provide Mom with more resources and better care than I could ever access on my own, that's when I started to understand that my health and my time were the most precious gifts I could give to not only my mom, but also myself and my family. When integrated care took over the heavy lifting of caregiving, I no longer felt guilty because I knew I had done the right thing. I quickly restored my family relationships, including the most important one of all, the one between Mom and me. I began to sleep soundly once again, and as my sleep improved, my overall health followed suit. I began exercising again, and I had time to prepare nutritious meals for myself and my family. I found time where once there was none, and used it to enjoy Mom, my husband, and my kids, rather than providing the limited care I barely had the time or energy for. Thank you, Integrated Care, for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. I'm sure your words and story will bring great comfort to anyone who is trying to do the very best by their aging parent. Dr. Rowe and I didn't realize it at the time, but we were actually creating a place that would restore dignity to families and allow for the recovery of loving relationships, good mental and physical health, and high-quality time. 3 things that are in exceedingly short supply when one is caring for an aging parent. Once we understood what our true mission was, the creation of integrated care communities, assisted living, and memory care residences as we know it today was set in motion. We understood that in addition to providing first-class care at a tremendous value, we were also restoring the natural balance between adult children and aging parents. We were dedicated to allocating tremendous resources to the care of our residents, allowing them to get on with living their lives and enjoying their children and grandchildren as nature had intended. Even when adult children and grandchildren couldn't visit, Dr. Rowe designed the integrated care residences to feel as much like home as possible without actually being home. Each of our beautiful rooms surround a warm central common area with a living room, family-style dining area, and a cozy gas fireplace. Your loved one is only ever one open door away from meals, activities, pets, friends, family, the great outdoors, and don't forget about the wide-eyed toddling children from next door's Jan Peterson Child Development Center. They are a constant fixture in our residents' lives and both enhance each other's shared experience. In Esther's own words, it took her over 2 years of struggling with the care of her mom, neglecting her husband and children, and arguing with her siblings. It also cost her tens of thousands of dollars in lost business when she could no longer work, as well as tens of thousands of dollars in caregiver hours, transportation expenses, groceries, medical supplies, and stress-related medical appointments and medications to calm her frazzled nerves and body. Once Esther truly understood everything she had to gain by placing her mom in our care, any fear of judgment or feelings of guilt melted away like slipping into a warm bath. What used to take Esther half a morning to get her mom toileted, bathed, dressed, groomed, and fed, just to go out the door for a doctor's appointment or lunch outing, we now have done whenever Esther needs it to be done. In fact, here's just a brief overview of what you'll get should you decide to become a valued client of integrated care. We'll provide your loved one with a huge array of emotional and physical support services that would cost well in excess of $12,000 per month if purchased separately. The integrated care team will carry out your instructions to the letter with your loved one, outside family members, and healthcare providers, so you can avoid arguments, disputes, and misunderstandings. We'll get your loved one out in front of the television, away from their self-imposed confinement, and back to an active life filled with outings, activities, friends, and family, so you can see your loved one's mental and physical health and well-being improve over time, rather than inevitably decline. You'll tap into the guidance and wisdom of a team of people that have been caring for others for nearly 20 years. You need not navigate the treacherous maze of long-term health care on your own. You now have experts on call and at your fingertips. You'll have total confidence that our team of 4 in-house nurses, nearly 50 highly trained staff members, and immediate proximity to Riverside University Health System's Medical Center, Kaiser Hospital, and a brand new 99-bed skilled nursing facility is there in case of emergency, so you know you covered all the bases for your parents' care and safety. So let me ask you a question. Would you like to restore your mental and physical health, renew your family relationships, greatly improve the amount and quality of care your aging parent receives, and recapture quality time by accessing all that Integrated Care Communities has to offer you and your loved one. For less than the cost of one full-time caregiver, you can make an immediate and lasting impact on the quality of your life and the life of your loved one. Now, while it would be impossible to show you all of the benefits of becoming a resident in Integrated Care Communities, I want to show you some of the things that you'll enjoy as soon as you move into ICC. A secure, centrally cooled and heated semi-private or private residence with patio. All utilities, including unlimited domestic and nationwide telephone, ultra high-speed wireless internet access, 100+ channel cable television lineup, dietitian-designed home-cooked meals and snacks, complete laundry and linen service, in-house beautician and nail service, all-you-can-eat fresh fruits and vegetables, free in-town transportation to medical appointments, casinos, shopping, museums, parks, concerts, fully locked, secured, and monitored facilities for memory care residents, round-the-clock supervision to include assistance with bathing, dressing, toileting, brushing of hair and teeth, medication administration and management, a professionally planned calendar of events to choose from each week, multiple themed dinners, parties, and socials throughout the year which provide a chance for the whole family to get together at Integrated Care and celebrate the life of your loved one. Coordinated themed events and activities with children from Jan Peters Child Development Center, with plenty of opportunities to teach and mentor, or just simply hang out and watch kids being kids. Immediate proximities from Reno Valley's first and only brand new 99-bed skilled nursing facility. Immediate proximity to Riverside University Health System's Medical Center and Kaiser Hospital. Immediate proximity to the Vita Dialysis Center. Ability to have your loved one age in place up to and including hospice care and oversight. Regardless of whether you decide to become a resident of Integrated Care, we provide the following to you and your loved one when you come out to tour our gorgeously manicured and maturely landscaped property. In-town pickup and drop-off from your home or business in one of our wheelchair-equipped, air-conditioned vehicles. A complete head-to-toe examination by one of our highly qualified, highly experienced nursing professionals. A free wireless security camera to use in your home or your business as you see fit. Total value of everything we provide is well over $12,000 per month. Why? Because a single full-time caregiver, that's 40 hours per week, will cost you nearly $3,800 per month, including payroll taxes, workers' compensation, and liability insurance. Never mind having multiple caregivers, nurses, transportation, cleaning service, laundry, entertainment, utilities, food, etc. That's just for one lone caregiver. If you're providing the care, then the question becomes, what is your time worth, and how much of it do you spend, and what are the expenses associated with providing such care? If all we did was restore your mental and physical health, would it be worth it? If all we did was restore the loving relationships you had with your family, would it be worth it? If all we did was provide your aging parent with more and better care than you could afford to do on your own, would it be worth it? If all we did was help you stop feeling guilty about the care you're able to provide to your loved one, would it be worth it? Of course it would. You want some even better news? I'm not going to charge you $12,000 a month. In fact, my published rates are only a small fraction of that amount, while still providing all the value that $12,000 gets you. But I'm not even close to done yet. Because you've trusted us enough to come this far, should you decide to come a little further, I've been empowered by Dr. Rowe to make a downright ridiculous offer to you. Unfortunately, I can't disclose the full nature of the offer here, which is only available to those clients who come to visit us in person via this promotion. But what I can tell you is that it involves a substantial discount from our already low published rates. I can also tell you that I intend to hold that rate fixed just for you for a period of not 6 months, not 1 year, not 18 months, but for a full 2 years. That's right. For 2 full years, you have my word that your rates will not go up by 1 penny. Once the substantial discount is factored into our published rates, I guarantee you that our comparable competitors can't come anywhere close to the price and value we intend to deliver to you. The peace of mind, the restoration of quality time, the rebirth of family relationships, and top quality care for your loved one at an outstanding price from a 20-year strong team of dedicated healthcare professionals and caregivers. This is what you've been seeking. On top of all of that, I'm going to take on all the risk and give you my quality time guarantee. If the integrated care team doesn't show you exactly how to preserve and improve your relationship with your loved ones, if we don't take you by the hand step by step and restore your quality time, or if we fail to provide your loved one with more and better care than you could ever provide on your own for a fraction of the cost of doing it yourself, then within 30 days of move in and move out, you will receive a full refund of your first month's rent, no questions asked. But you must act now because we typically run at 90% plus occupancy year-round, which means I only ever have a few openings at any given time. And once those openings are gone, so too is my ridiculous offer. Your mental and physical health are at stake. You simply cannot match the resources we can provide to your loved one. We both know folks are judging the quality of care you provide. No one is harder on you than you. Why not make it professional care that will restore your quality time and good health so you can spend it with the ones you love doing the things you enjoy? Just imagine what life will be like when you know that all of your loved ones' needs have been taken care of. All appointments are scheduled and fun activities are built into the entire day. Imagine how you'll feel knowing that clothes are washed, teeth are brushed, and hair and nails are cleaned regardless of whether you're there or not. When you click the button below this screen, the following will be set in motion. Our care coordinator will contact you immediately and determine if there is a match between your unique and important needs and our services. If there is a mutual fit, our care coordinator will schedule an in-person appointment for you to come visit our beautiful campus and get to know some of our staff. Maybe have some lunch if you have time. Our nurse will conduct a complete head-to-toe physical examination of your loved one and make note of any concerns or conditions that you might need to further discuss with their primary care physician. If you like what you see, we can discuss pricing and settle on something that will fit your care needs and your budget. At the end of our meeting, we'll provide you with a free, high-quality wireless security camera to use in your home for business as you see fit. It is our no-obligation gift to you for spending some of your valuable time getting to know us. Let's be blunt now. If you pass on the opportunity to at least explore assisted living for your loved one, will anything change? You'll continue to be sick. You'll continue to be tired. You'll continue to be emotionally drained and estranged from family. Quality time to spend with loved ones in the last years of their life will continue to slip through your fingers. You'll just keep struggling and never figure out how to achieve all your goals at once. Don't let misguided guilt or fear of the unknown keep you from taking back your life while simultaneously providing the best care possible for your loved one. Have courage and be of good cheer. Your life of struggle is nearly behind you. Just click the button below. So as a reminder, when you or a loved one become a resident at integrated care, assisted living, and memory care residences, you get a secure, centrally cooled and heated semi-private residence with patio, all utilities including unlimited domestic and nationwide telephone service, ultra high-speed wireless internet access, 100+ channel cable television lineup, dietitian designed home-cooked meals and snacks, complete laundry and linen service, in-house beautician and nail service, all you can eat fresh fruits and vegetables, free in-town transportation to medical appointments, casinos, shopping, museums, parks, concerts, fully locked, secured, and monitored facilities for memory care residents. Round-the-clock supervision will include assistance with bathing, dressing, toileting, brushing of hair and teeth, medication administration and management, a professionally planned calendar of events to choose from each week, multiple themed dinners, parties, and socials throughout the year, which provide a chance for the whole family to get together at integrated care and celebrate the life of your loved one. Coordinated themed events and activities with the children from Jan Peterson Child Development Center, with plenty of opportunities to teach and mentor, or just simply hang out and watch kids being kids. Immediate proximity to Marina Valley's first and only brand new 99-bed skilled nursing facility. Immediate proximity to Riverside University Health System's Medical Center and Kaiser Hospital. Immediate proximity to the Vita Dialysis Center. Ability to have your loved one age in place up to and including hospice care and oversight. Regardless of whether you decide to become a resident of integrated care, We provide the following to you and your loved one when you come out to tour our gorgeously manicured and maturely landscaped property. In-town pickup and drop-off from your home or business in one of our wheelchair-equipped air-conditioned vehicles. A complete head-to-toe examination by one of our highly qualified, highly experienced nursing professionals. Free wireless security camera to use in your home or business as you see fit. The total value of everything we offer is well over $12,000 per month. You can do your online research and see for yourself what an outstanding job we do taking care of people. The care and safety of your loved one is and will always be our top priority. However, there is no other comparable competitor out there that truly understands your needs as well as we do. We've built our entire reputation around your need for peace of mind, good health, recapture of lost time, and most importantly, the need to recapture in all its glory the loving relationship between adult child and aging parent. Don't wait. Please act now before it's too late. Remember, I routinely operate at 90% plus occupancy, and in reality, we only have half a dozen beds available at the ridiculously discounted price Dr. O has authorized me to offer. Don't forget about the 2-year rate lock that guarantees every dollar you spend with us is inflation-free and cost of living increase-free for a full 2 years. Add to that my personal quality time money-back guarantee, and you simply can't find a better value in all of Southern California for the best and highest quality residential health care for you or your loved one. Do yourself and your loved one a kind favor and click on the button below right now. All my best to you and yours.